Afternoon. Well, it's been a while since I've done a video, but I thought this bike might just deserve one because it's had a little bit of work and some of it's quite interesting. It's obviously, you can see, it's a 350 power valve with upside down front end and swinging arm, both from an RGV. So while it's been in, we've taken the front forks apart, stripped down these legs. They've been away to Firefox suspension, who have re-anodised all these upper bits for us. Bit tricky because on these legs this section is actually separate, the seal housing, so this has to be anodised separately as well and then rebuilt separately. So not too difficult overall. It's had new bushes, new bearings, new oiling and put back together. It's also had a coil put on. The customer supplied me a Dyna coil, which is why we've now got some blue leads coming down, and the coil itself is just sitting up there in this little gap. But one of the best little gizmos that we've put onto it, the customer supplied this KOSO dashboard. Very nice little bit of kit. So when you switch it on, it does this. It has all sorts of functions. You can put loads of stuff into it. So just for this bike, we've done set it up. We've got rid of the fuel gauge, don't need that. We've got rid of the ABS sensor, don't need that. The warning system is programmed to come on if the water temperature gets too high. It's got shift light that will come on and flash if you can program that to any level you like. I think on this I've set it to about 9,200 to flash, and then 9,400 or 500 to actually come on and tell you to change gear. A few other features on it. It's got the gear selection. As you can see at the moment, it's saying neutral here, but it's also got neutral top right in the LCD. It's got its coating on at the moment. I'll leave it for the customer to rip that bit off. So once it's switched on, let's just start her up. Lovely sounding little bike. Now, I don't know if this will work stood still, but if I put it into gear, you can see neutral goes out. If I roll it at all, it'll go first there in the display, and then as soon as I go back to neutral, it goes back to N in the top. It's driven from the speedo system, so it knows what gear you're in, it counts the revs, and it sees if the revs shift up or down. It assumes that you've changed gear up or down. I've set it up and so far it's really accurate. It seems to keep hold of the gears quite nicely. So in this indicator here, it goes from neutral, first, second, third, fourth, up to sixth, back down to first. Quite like that. It's got a voltage meter. Keep an eye on your battery voltage, make sure it's charging, digital temperature, clock, and a few other functions on the trip. You get this little nice setup here, these buttons to control it, so you can shift through your options. Tells you maximum speed, maximum temperature, all sorts of things it stores in its history. Picks up its speed. Had to adapt the mounting bracket slightly, but this is a magnetic pickup, so at the moment I've got it sensing off these bobbins as they go past, and I've had to adapt this bracket just slightly to fit. So pretty universal. It's got a new temperature gauge sensor that you have to put in. It has to have the KOSO one in the dash, but quite impressed with the kit. About a day to fit it. The bike's wiring needed some modifications anyway, needed improving, a few connectors changing. But all in all, once it's on, I think that's a really nice little solution. Finishes off what is a bit of a hybrid bike, so why not have a sort of hybrid dashboard on it as well, and a bit of race technology on there. It's good fun to ride with. So going back to its owner in a couple of days, I think that's all our work done to it, so he can just get out and enjoy it. It's got Mick Abbey pipes on, programmable Zealtronic ignition, which I helped fit a few months ago. So all in all, this is a perky little 350. It doesn't half fly when you're on it, and the owner is, I'm sure, yeah, going to have plenty of fun getting out and riding this again.